Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. We're just waiting for 7 o'clock to roll around so we can kick off the Thursday night edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Thursday is always in Simplex, so we're on a frequency of 446.125. Simplex means that we'll be communicating from station to station without the assistance of a repeater. And I'll be the host tonight. The clock's just ticked over to 7, so I'll be open up the net right now. Good evening, all stations. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Welcome to the Thursday evening edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, which is in Simplex on Thursday night, here on a frequency of 446.125. I will be your host tonight. My name is Mike Alpha Charlie, and I'm located here on the West Mountain in Hamilton. Since this is a Simplex net, we do encourage the use of relays where required. If you hear something that I don't, feel free to jump in and just make a comment such as relay or break. Anyways, we are also streaming live on YouTube. Look us up there. Type in my call sign into the search box, VA3IMW, and scroll down to that big red sticker that says live. That's where we're at. All right, let's not delay any further. Let's take a quick standby for any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's open it up to anybody, anywhere. If you have a call sign, I want to hear from you and say hello. Well, look at that. This is going to be the shortest net of all time with 0 check-ins. Anyways, for those listening on YouTube, we don't count the number of check-ins. We really don't. Well, sometimes we count them, but whether we have 1 check-in or 10 or 15 or 20 really doesn't matter. The whole intent here is that we have a chance for operators to check their equipment. And with weather like a day like this, I'll bet you there's a ton of guys that are outdoors doing all kinds of good stuff, barbecuing, uncorking a bottle of wine, or something else. Anyways, we don't begrudge anybody for being busy with other stuff. It's Thursday, and I think beautiful weather and sunshine draws people outdoors. I see Bill has made himself known on the YouTube chat, and let's make another call out just to see if anybody's ready to give us an RF check-in. VA3IMW standing by for you.
VA3IUK. VA3CJZ.
Well, there's 2 Victor stations. What a surprise. We'll take them in this order. Bill first and then Charles. Good evening, William.
Good evening, Mac, and good evening to Chuck and all those people who are listening but are remaining in the background or maybe out barbecuing. Not too much to report here, Mac. Looking forward to the long weekend. Trying to figure out a situation with my LifePo battery. I was out Sunday, and my radio died on me, and I thought the battery was dead. I had no way of testing it. I got home, put the battery on the charge, and it was still at 50%. So we had some problems with voltage somewhere. So we'll have to try and see what's going on there. But other than that, not too much back. Looks like beautiful weather. Looks like it'll be a beautiful weekend. Back to you.
Okay. Do you have one of those fancy dancy voltage draw meters like Chris has on his wire harness? I've got one here that I've never used, but seems like that might be the cat's meow as far as trying to figure out what's going on with your power supply and why your radio might be unhappy. Since you charged up the radio, have you plugged it back in, and is the radio coming back on with a fully powered battery?
Yeah, it's coming on with a fully powered battery. That's one of the first things I checked.
And you're using a low amperage charger that is properly suited for the lithium iron phosphate batteries, Roger?
It's a 5 amp charger.
Okay, yep, that shouldn't be a problem. And all right, very good. Yeah, anyways, I would suggest that you put the radio on and let the radio run the battery down to where it shuts off again, and then run the same test to see where the where the battery stands when the radio cuts out. That would be a kind of an interesting test to see whether it behaves the same way, or whether you had an intermittent issue. But yeah, I've never had any problems with my battery. Of course, your radio may have a different sensitivity, but then again, most of these radios are going to stay working until you're down around like I don't know, somewhere under 11 volts. And the selling feature of these batteries is that you can run them down to 10%, and they're still giving you that full, 13.1 or 13.2 volts, all the way down from full charge down to practically nothing. Anyways, I'll leave that with you. Perhaps an experiment before you're out at the park might be suitable.
Yeah, Roger, that's what I believe I'll do. I'll put the radio on and just let it run the battery down. When I got the battery home and put it on a charge, it flashed on 50% a couple times, and then proceeded to charge up. So yeah, I thought that it should have given me more. So anyway, Mac, that's a good suggestion. That's what I was going to do anyway. So I'll keep everybody posted. Maybe I'll have a report tomorrow night for the rag shoe. Anyway, let's let you pick up, Chuck, and I'll be listening.
Yep, you did it again. All right, Charles, come on in. Good evening, sir. Good to hear you.
Hey, Charles in charge here, VA3CJZ. How you doing there, Mac and Bill and whoever else is listening? What a gorgeous day today. Even took my shirt off for a few minutes. And tomorrow's looking even nicer, I think. A little bit warmer. Can you imagine that, eh? But I'll take them as they come. Conditions on the bands didn't seem that great. I really didn't spend a lot of time looking. I've been doing a little bit of this and that. Of course, spending time outside. And I was just doing something, actually. I was putting floodlights hooked up to my Wi-Fi plug outside there. And then saw the time 1 minute after. Oh, I'm late. So came down here and thought I'd jump in and say hi. Like I think you mentioned a lot of people might be outside enjoying the nice weather and not at their radio there, Mac. Anywho, I'll send it back to you.
Very good. So you were also outdoors enjoying some fresh air. That's good news. And just to let you know, I had a very short but quick, enjoyable QSO with Rick. He came back to me as I was starting my truck home from Guelph, and he was running his HT with a mobile antenna on a cookie sheet. And there's a a recurring theme, cookie sheets and pizza trays make a great launching pad for mag antennas. So anyways, he sounded in good spirits today. So that's good news. Anything else, Charles, before I make another call out?
Well, Mac, I must be the oddball because I use an air conditioner. I have a window air conditioner shaker that I have a couple of mag mount antennas for my handheld, and I think my scanner. So they're tiny, like about the size of a nickel at the base. They're not very big, but they're not on a car, right? And so no cookie sheets for this guy. Go big or go home. I use an air conditioner. Anyways, that's it for now, Mac. I'll listen along.
I'll go you one better. I use an F-150. All right, thanks, Charles. Let's see if anybody else is out there ready to give us an RF check-in. VA3IMW, standing by for you.
VA3 DCS.
VA3 DCS. There's another guy who uses an F-150 as a ground plane for his antenna. How you doing, Dave? How was the trip home tonight?
Oh, the trip was good. It was ended up going up to 5 Highway and into Waterdown because no matter how many times I looked at the other routes, it didn't want me to take the QEW 403. So it took me, I don't know, I'd have to look at my camera to see what time I got home. I don't remember.
But it was a gorgeous day. You probably had the windows open and listening to some good traveling music, maybe some Doobie Brothers or something such like.
Well, possibly. I know my wife says, yeah, I always have the radio on, but I have it low. So it's kind of background noise when I'm driving. I don't generally keep it very loud.
I like the days when you can roll all the windows down and you boost the tunes enough so that they're coming through nice and strong over the wind noise. Brings back a particular day a few years ago, but actually, I guess it was probably in the era of 2014. I was also working in Guelph at that time. Got in my Volvo S60, opened up the sunroof, opened up all four windows, turned up the stereo. Those things have great sound systems in them. And came screaming down number 6 and just let the moment take over. So very, very enjoyable trip back home, and pulled in the driveway, and I went to reach for the controls to shut the sunroof and the windows, and nothing worked. So here I am sitting in the driveway. I'm at home. All the windows are open. All the sunroof is open, and the clouds are coming over. It's starting to cloud over and threatening a rainstorm. So lo and behold, always at the ready. Whip out your phone, check it on Google. What's going on with my car? How come the windows and the sunroof controls have gone dead? And much to my surprise, many other people had similar issues. And I was very surprised to learn that the chassis control computer can periodically go to sleep. So the recommended remedy for this is to get out of the car, close the driver's door, and cycle the key from the lock to unlock position manually 5 times. And I'm thinking, as I'm reading this on my phone, where the hell is the camera? Because this has got to be on TV. But sure enough, I got out of the car, closed the door, cycled the key from lock to unlock 5 times, got back in the car, started the engine, hit the controls for all of the devices, and everything came back to life. Closed up the sunroof and the windows, and shook my head, and walked in the front door. There's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yes, there must have been a camera around there somewhere. That's one feature I haven't seen. I had a, 2015 Ford Fusion titanium, and it had global glass, and you just held I forget what you held down, the unlock button, I believe it was. Everything would open. All the windows would go down, the sunroof would open, and then you could do the same when you're leaving the vehicle. You could just hold the lock button down, and all the windows would go up.
That's amazing. I know there's other car brands that actually have the interior fan come on and blow air when the interior temperature gets too high. I think it was one of my other Volvos that had that feature. So you might be walking past your car and you hear this thing blowing, and sure enough, it's because the max temperature has been exceeded, and the car is taking care of itself. Anyways, very good. Tomorrow's Friday, TGIF, and we're into the long weekend. Looking forward to it. Trailer all set for venturing out to the park, sir?
Pretty much. I just kind of put my bunk together this evening, and then came in and realized it was just after 7. I think I have a little pile of stuff out in the garage, but it'll just go in the back of the truck in the box. So I think the only thing left to go in there really is to load the fridge up with food, and the outside fridge up with something to drink.
Not necessarily in that order. All right. Oh, very good, sir. And you're off to Bronte Park, I guess, and out there until Monday?
Yeah, we're leaving Sunday. Well, site can't get on the site till 2 unless there's nobody there, but we're there until Tuesday.
Okay, there you go. Stretch and long weekend. That's another good one. I didn't do that this time. All right, Dave. Certainly appreciate your check-in tonight, and I trust you'll be bringing a radio with you, so we'll be able to hear from you from across the lake.
Yeah, the truck has both radios in it, and both antennas on it currently, so they'll stay there, and they'll probably stay there for a while.
And Bronte is a activatable park. Lots of fun. Okay, Dave, I won't hold it up any longer. Anything else for the net before I make another call?
Nothing else other than it was a beautiful day.
Roger that. Looking for many more. All right. Thank you very much, sir. We'll chat with you tomorrow. And don't forget to check in with Larry tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on the ZOE repeater for the ZOE Raichu, 8 p.m., 443.075. Any other check-ins for the Thursday night Simplex edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come on in.
That's you. VA3IMW. Oh, man.
All right, we got an NFL and an NFG. Let me just check with Steve and see if he's time sensitive. Steve?
No. VA3IMW. No, we're good to go. We're listening. You can take Al ahead of me. We'll listen.
Okay, very good. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't on break at work or something. Okay, VA3 NFL. Yeah, it's you, and we hear you loud and clear.
I brought you up there on YouTube, and I put your call sign out instead of mine.
All right. I've never had a call from myself yet.
Yeah, if I can screw it up, I will, but I just want to get checked in, Matt.
Very good, Al. You're in the log. And I trust you had a good time cutting grass and drinking hot chocolate today. Beautiful day for it.
probably needed help, so I wanted to help them today.
All right, there you go. Working for a living, making an honest man out of you yet.
I don't want to be honest. Yeah. Well, I get Friday. I don't know. He'll shop again next week, but not bad. 5-6 days over 5 months. I'm loving it.
Those are pretty good hours. Not bad at all. All right, Al. Well, trust you had a good day. Maybe work out some of those muscles that you haven't been using in a couple of weeks. And you never forget all the bits and pieces that you take care of.
I'm at sub 3. Everybody on that sub 3. Enjoy
Pardon
the
me.
evening.
Nasty
Go out there and
Steves.
get it while you can. So, other than that, VA3IMW, I finally got you instead of myself. VA3IMW. I'm out of here.
All right, Al. All the best, and thanks again for your check-in. Sliding over to the other NF, that's VA3NFG. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Mac. This will actually be a good signal report that I'll need. So we got the wicker lazy boy chair on the other side of the deck here. So am I half decently full quieted?
Full quieting, somewhere between S3 and an S4. And Chuck is just dying to jump in and say, what the hell's going on with the station?
Roger that. Okay, well, now I stood up. I'm in the middle of the deck. So is it better than an S5?
Well, you're still moving around. If you find a sweet spot, you're probably an S7.
Okay, roger that. Yeah. Well, I'm actually standing still. Well, I'm blind. I am turning around, doing like a 90-degree turn as I'm looking at something. But anyway, no, I already worked my 8 to 5 today there, Max. So we're good to go for now. And yep, we'll be waiting Chuck's check in there if you haven't checked in already.
Comment.
Go ahead, Charles.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, great sounding base station there, Steve. I think Steve would rather spend the whole summer using a $30 handy talkie than to use his $1,000 station plus. He'd rather use a handy talkie, I guess. I don't know. Oh well, what can you do?
Well, Chuck, what can I say? I certainly won't be repeating last summer, that's for sure. No, we'll be ready to go. I'm off this weekend, so Chuck's just smiling and laughing, and I'm sure maybe a few others are, but that's okay. We'll get it together over here. Mac, what do you think?
I guess you're working in Steve time, so whatever that turns out to be, you're a whole lot closer to being finished than you were at this time last year.
Yeah. Did you see the pic?
No, I didn't. I don't know that you sent it to me. But yeah, I think we all just want to hear the the signal coming out of the base station, whatever it looks like. If it's tattered and torn and dusty and dirty, as long as it's getting out with a 20 over S9, then that's all that matters, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I did probably 10 years ago. The priority was get a table set up and plug her in, right? And then you can always make adjustments and move stuff around as you're monitoring the band, right? We all like to think that, but then it ends up getting unorganized. So like it's not bad. It wasn't bad. There's only a few boxes on the floor, but
really that old desk is made out of half-inch spruce plywood, right? So it's not very good to begin with, but you'll see from the pics, so turned out pretty good.
His new, never mind.
I don't know if you're going to live this one down in a very short period of time there, Steve. But yeah, I'll check Facebook Messenger and see if I got a picture. But we're just anxious to see you make some good use of the radio equipment. And you got that new gear that was delivered last week, and that was supposed to be the motivating factor that was going to get it all done. We're just here to support and motivate you as well.
Yeah, I did plan, I guess you call it a redundancy plan of action there with the pan adapter, but I'm looking forward to that too. So I'll resend you a pic just to make sure, Max, and then you'll be looking pretty sure.
His new pan adapter's probably already got dust on it.
No, Chuck, it's still in the box.
The box has dust on it.
Not likely. No. I haven't cut any wood on it. I won't cut on that rim. Besides, it's summertime, right? I'd rather use a table saw outside or whatever I'm doing.
All right, Steve, just pulling your leg, but you know what happens? You can just leave something lying still for, well, how long have you had that pan adapter now? 2-3 months? It's probably dust on it.
Oh, no. I recently got that about, maybe 3 weeks ago, I think. You know, I'll give it 4 weeks at max, but no, I haven't had it that long. I could probably tell you. I can pull it up on my phone.
Yes, I remember the day that you got it, and you said by the Thursday of that week that you would have your station all set up and operating, just because you wanted to get busy with the pan adapter. And lo and behold, time has passed. Anyway, Steve, yes, we're just anxiously waiting the successful re-inauguration of the VA3 home studio.
Yeah, roger that. Thanks, Max. And then about 3 days ago, I got my Radtel RT880, and I just happened to get it on my day off. It was a fabulous day.
On your day off, when you should have been working on your station, you were starting to play with another radio, just like stepping out on the Good Woman.
Actually, no, it was outdoor stuff here. When I got it, I knew what it was, and then no, I was in the middle of doing stuff out in the yard here. You know what it's like. The grass was pretty green, and it was getting pretty thick real quick. So, nope, I opened it right after that, though. So there we go. Yeah, I like to load up memory, but I need something that's it's in a rare.zip. So I have the program. I just have to extract it to a folder, and then I can load up a memory in there, like 160 channels. That Huey sent me, right? So you know. But anyway, Max, we'll see who else is in there. Don't want to take it up on you there. This is VA3 NFG. Send it back to Mr. VA3IMW.
Alrighty. I guess we'll have the same conversation next month. Thanks very much for your check-in, Steve. And we'll keep talking about the station in progress. Okay, let's see if there's anybody else out there that has a working radio station that wants to check in and say hello. All right, nothing heard. Okay, well, we didn't hear from Larry tonight. Trust everything's okay over there on the East Mountain. And let's see, who else is conspicuous by their absence? Albert. Albert's probably still driving. Oh, well. I hear it's nice outside. Anyways, I'll bid you all 7-3s then. Let's bring this one to a close. It's now 7:30. Lots of time for doing other stuff. Feel free to get back outside and do all those things that you enjoy in the warm weather. And we'll be back here tomorrow night streaming the Friday night ZOE Rag Chew at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to say hello to Larry. So from this point on here, 446125 is going to be returned to normal amateur use. And I'll be QSY back to the ZOE repeater. 7-3s one and all. Thank you all for your check-in tonight.
VA3IUK, just before you go, Mac.
Okay, dokie. Go ahead, VE3IUK.
Yeah, I'd like to get a hold of Steve, but I don't copy him on Simplex, so maybe you could relay if he's not busy, if you could go over to the ZOE repeater.
Alrighty, VA3NFG, VA3IMW. Bill wants to catch up with you. If you wouldn't mind moving over to the ZOE repeater so we can give you a call.
Yeah, okay. Roger that there, Bill. We'll QSY to ZOE.
Okay, Bill, there you go. Confirmation. Steve's on his way over to the ZOE repeater. I'm not sure how long it takes, but I'm sure he'll be there eventually. Hopefully he gets there sooner than his radio station gets back on the air. Okay, 7-3s one and all.
Thanks, Mac.
Okay, who doubled with Bill? V something.
VA3LBI.
Okay, the guy that was conspicuous by his absence. Good evening, Larry. How you doing?
We just got in from dinner, just back from the cake for our anniversary, so I just sat down here.
Happy anniversary. What is it, 50 years?
Just one shy, 49.
Well, congratulations to you, and my sympathies to the good woman.
Yeah, me too. I know. I'm not even going to say it. Never mind.
Well, you know what? There's such a huge number of people that don't make it into the enjoyable years of marriage, right? Once you've figured out that you're both human and stuff happens, and then yeah, that's when life gets a little more simple, and you can actually enjoy each other's company. You don't have the annoyances that drive you crazy. Younger days, not always that much fun trying to get along, but yeah, sometimes when all the pretenses fall off, it's much easier, much more enjoyable. Anyways, I trust you had a good meal out, and all is well with you and the good missus.
Yep, everything's good. I just Chuck, I know whether Chuck had actually checked in tonight. If he was there, I was going to mention something to him. That's all.
I'm sure you might be still around. VA3CJZ, are you still with us?
Yep, VA3CJZ. Go ahead, Larry.
Oh, okay. Just to let we talked last night there. Remember I told you I had the ticket? They did cancel it, Chuck. I got a notification today via email, something about missigned, and they actually canceled the ticket for me today.
Woohoo! Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Lady Luck smiling on you. You don't have to go through any hassle. Very good, Larry. Thanks for the update.
Yep, there are $40 back in my pocket that the city didn't deserve, so, and I didn't have to do too much about it, just sending an email back and forth. Anyway, okay, Mac, I'll let you float over to the ZOE. I'm just going to relax and try to get my stomach back in shape here.
after a 12-ounce. They call it a baseball steak. It was good. I kind of enjoyed it. Little, I could have been a little bit more tender, but it was a good steak.
Oh, you're trying to get your stomach in shape? Well, round is a shape.
Yeah. Well, I got to put garbage out so I can wear a little bit off walking back and forth in the driveway. I'll just do a pail at a time.
Just started and put the bag at the top of the driveway. It'll roll downhill.
There you go. I could try that. All right, I'll let you go. And I'm sitting here having to join a cold beer because I won't drink and drive, so I'm just unwinding from the day.
Very good, sir. Okay. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. And again, happy anniversary to both you and the good woman. 7-3s. I already threw a plug in for the net tomorrow night, so trusting everything is on schedule for that. All right. Yeah, that brings this net to a close, and I'll be able to close the stream. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.